This is going to be a video review of the PIXNOR watch opener tool. Okay, so let me explain something. If you can't watch the full video on here, then make sure you go to the link that I'm going to post on the video, and you can watch it there. I bought this tool because every time I try to change the battery on the back of this watch, I can't do it. And I take it over to the shop, it takes them 2 seconds and they pop it off each time. So I bought a couple tools before and nothing seems to open this up. Well, let me take it out of the package. So the reason I bought it was to do this watch. And since I was waiting for the tool, my mom gave me these 2 watches that need batteries, and I thought, you know, why not try this tool out and see how it works on these 2 watches. It might work, it might not. Usually I use a regular micro screwdriver blade to go in there. This is a fairly large tool, so I don't know if it's even going to work on something small like this. But that's what we're going to find out. So let me get the camera. I'm going to have to turn the camera in a different position, and we'll test it out. You'll be able to see what I'm doing. And with a watch like this, I've got a video. It requires a press to close it up. I posted a video on how to use a watch back press. And with something like this, you're just really prying, snapping off the back. You look for a little notch over there, and you pop the tool in there. So let me go turn the camera around, and we'll see how this thing works. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So you can see there's a little gap over there, right over here. Now a tool like this might be too big, but this is going to be a good video because we'll be able to see how does it handle something like this compared to a watch that needs a much bigger gap, a much bigger tool, because the gap is so much wider. So if you're watching this, please do a thumbs up, a subscribe, or a like. If you have a product you want me to review, if I can get a hold of it, I will. If you want to link this to any other website, that would be awesome. If you want to leave a donation to my channel, let me know. I'll give you my PayPal info. So I think the dog wants to go for a walk. She's right over at my leg now, and it's raining out here in Los Angeles. Let's try this tool out and see how this... Oh, my goodness. Okay, like I've said, I've always used the micro jeweler's screwdriver set. I love this. Ooh, I hope I didn't damn. This is really neat. Not that it requires a lot of pressure, but this is pretty awesome that I was able to use this tool. This is very wide. There's no doubt this is really wide. And so you're probably you might not be able to use this on smaller watches, but I'm assuming, I'm guessing I'm going to be able to do it on the back of this. And I'm going to try that next. So let me try to find a battery watch for this. We'll see if I get this thing working or not. You should use an insulated tool or something when you're pulling out a battery. I don't even know if there's... Okay, so the battery popped out. It's a 379, and I think I've already posted a video before of replacing the batteries in this watch. But I bought a whole bunch of batteries online a few years ago. The problem is you end up buying a whole bunch of batteries to get a good price, and then the shelf life on these things is not that great. But as long as I get a little bit of time out of it, my mom's got a whole bunch of watches, and she doesn't wear all of them on a regular basis, so they all die out after a while. Okay, so the hand is already moving. And with something like this type of cover, I should have marked where the gap was. Does it? No, obviously, you look at over here, there's a little indent over there. That's where the hand is going to be. I'm going to press the battery down all the way. I'm going to take this back and press it in, and it should snap in. Snap. And so a jeweler would charge you probably like $6 to do this. If you're handy and you don't mind buying some tools, you should be able to do something like this on most of your watches and save yourself money over the years. Assuming that you even have a watch these days and that it runs on a battery. So I'm already happy that I bought this tool because it made that thing a little bit easier instead of damaging a jeweler's screwdriver. Now with this watch, let me see, where is the gap? It's right over here. See where that little ridge is over there? So you need a real thin tool like this to be able to get in there and pry it loose. And I don't know if this is going to work, but now that I've got my mom's watches to put batteries in, this will be a nice little test. So I think the gap is over there. This is a real wide tool. Oh, look at this. Look at this. You know, I am thrilled. Very happy I bought this tool. I am almost positive it's going to work on the watch that I bought it for. But I could not be happier. So my review of this tool is, yes, this is incredible. It really works. If you have a watch that has a much smaller gap, then you might want to consider a more narrow tip tool. But overall, for what I bought it for, I'm thrilled. 5 stars, 100%. And it's a good product. I already took off the back cover. I removed a little plastic piece that was surrounding this. I just have to pry the battery out. This was replaced a couple years ago by a store. I charged about $6 to do it. They put their date. Oh, they put the date on there, so that battery comes out. New battery goes in. 363, 364. Hopefully it fits in there. Does not want to fit in there. I'll turn it upside down. And the watch is not working. That is not a good thing. The watch might not be working because it does not have contact. No, it should be working. It should definitely be working. The last watch I wasn't able to repair, even with a new battery. Well, the old battery was good. So a new battery didn't help because the old battery was still good and the watch is just not working. So one watch fixed, the other might have to go to a watch shop. This watch is working, and this was given to me by my dad. I really don't want to mess with this thing because it does have a new battery, but I did buy the tool to test this out. That's the whole point of the video, really. And there's a very tiny little gap over here. And what I'm going to do, just for my own, put a little mark over there. And the gap, this tool is going to work. I don't believe it. This tool is definitely going to work. Check this out. I can feel that it's in the gap right now. Everything else I used did not even slide into that gap. I just pressed this against. It's going to pop up right now. Look at this. It's a lot of force. A lot of force. That's why I've never been able to open this myself. Look at that. Amazing. Yes, I definitely recommend this tool. With something like this now, you need to use a watch back press set, and that's what I'm going to do to pop this back on without breaking the crystal. There is no way you'll be able to snap this together with your fingers. I'm not going to put that on the video, but look at my channel. I got a video on how to use a watch back press set to snap this thing back in. Definitely is a good tool, and it does work. And you're either going to watch me break this watch right now, and it's going to make me very unhappy, or this is going to snap back in, or it might have to go back to the watch shop. Oh, it just snapped in. You just heard the little pop. That's the press tool. And yeah, 100% awesome tool. It does work. And this, like I said, for years I've tried to do this and I was never able to pop this watch open. And you just saw it online. Here it works.